Today, I'm going to look at repairing my EATC, which is the electronic automatic temperature controller. And the problem I'm having here is when I select vent or AC, a lot of times it'll blow out the defroster. Now, not all the time, but anyway, this is all about a vacuum leak. And from all the stuff I've read on the internet, it looks like I need to replace some O-rings inside some of the vacuum solenoids inside here. If it was actually the black hose that runs to the engine for the main vacuum, it wouldn't work at all. It'd always be defrost. But since I sometimes have it work normally, I'm pretty sure that line is okay. Okay, now we need to take off this trim. And you can kind of see it looks like it comes right off right here. Oh yeah, it just kind of pulls off, so I'm going to very carefully take that off. Well, we can see that there's 4 7mm screws holding this thing in there, so I'm going to use a ratchet and take it out. This came out very easily, and this is about as far as I can get it out without pulling too hard. We can see that there's some wires back here that seem to be plugged in, and then we got some vacuum hoses. We can see 5 vacuum hoses. So the top row, going from drivers to passengers, is blue, no connect, red. Then the bottom row is white, black, yellow. Okay, I pull out this connector. There's a little tab. You can see where my finger presses down there. You just pull that thing out. And this connector is a little hard to get. This other wire connector is hard to get to. So I'll take this vacuum manifold off. You can see that there's a 10mm nut here and a 10mm nut here. We'll unscrew those and take off all the vacuum hoses. All right, now we're ready to get going here. I got my O-rings. These are size 007. Of course, I got 100 of them. They're pretty cheap. Kind of see what size they are. Other places list them at in imperial units. So anyway, and then I got some dielectric tune-up grease. This is silicone grease. And I got a T20 nut driver bit. Well, we can see 2 T20 screws, and I'll take those out. Okay, we remove the 2 T20 screws, and this top cover lifts out here. We can see this connector here, and we'll just pull that off the circuit board. Okay, now we've got to get a very small Phillips head and remove these 10 green-headed screws. The screws are removed. This baby just lifts out, and now we can get to work. Now I've got a small flat blade screwdriver and a small needle nose pliers, and basically we have to take off these end caps and replace the O-rings. I used the needle nose and the screwdriver to take those 2 end tabs and straighten them out, and then the side tabs I pried up and made them straight. When you do that, this thing just comes right apart. There we go. And you can see the O-ring. I took off the old black O-ring, and it was very small. It didn't even look like it was a sufficient diameter to make a good seal, and put the new O-ring on there. And I used the very smallest amount of dielectric grease, just enough so it slides on without being a dry friction. One down. Now you have to do all of them because they are all likely probably doing a little bit of leaking, and that'll restore your vacuum to where the controls will properly work now. Okay, we reassemble in reverse order. Got this baby blown, and oh man, feel that air coming out of there. We got nice cold AC now, and life is good, and there's nothing like having AC in the summer. And man, oh man, now I can sit back and relax.